was 1953 and the psyche of America is in flux. Hungover from the Korean War, the youth of the nation are restless. Not the usual restlessness of adolescent teenage angst, but the restlessness of the soul. Seeking to shed the false comfort of conformity from the propaganda of the Cold War to the promotion of the new American way, seeking that which they know in their hearts is truth. It was the height of the beat as Ginsberg, Kerouac, Schneider, Baraka, Cassidy, and other luminaries introduced the idea of the free thinker, abstract expression as a means of social critique, and the notion of the individual embracing personal freedom while rejecting institutional values. Marlon Brando, James Dean, the angry young man and the rebel without a cause were the brightest stars in the Hollywood galaxy. The raising of the civil rights movement with the Montgomery, Alabama bus boycott was a raising of the consciousness in both blacks and whites. And everyone was angry and high and hip and cool, yet sophisticated and ultra clean. The new radicals. And the soundtrack to this new revolution was jazz. And at the forefront of jazz music was Miles Davis and John Coltrane, icons of artistry. We call this new age expression blue, period. Let the sessions begin. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, in this session, introducing the past to progression, we present to you on trumpet, the man who wanted to be a god on earth, none other than the infamous Miles Davis. And introducing the future to sound, on tenor and soprano saxophone, man who was a fallen angel, none other than a saint, John William Coltrane. Blow, boy, blow. So, after the cool shit, you know, after the let's make music high as hell shit, Miles set out once again to create shit. Set out once again to create something new. On the forefront, something new always created shit on the forefront. Blow, boy, blow.
The aura still prevails.
Tribulations and trials.
Miles ahead.
Interpretation stop.
Miles.
So what if it's all blue? Serpentines or blue and green.
Kind of blue. By drug-induced illusion.
Visionary or illusion. From bebop to fusion. Electric dreams causing mental contusions and critics scream blasphemy, confusion, strange.
But I'm calling it revolution. Change.
This man with the horn who every time he changed his mind, music was reborn.
Jazz.
Rock.
Blues.
You constantly changed the rules and grew into a god from the birth of cool. Miles ahead.
Ahead by miles.
On the corner, drawing sketches of Spain with musical notes in your brain like ESP in a silent way.
From Tokyo to 600,000, jammed tight in the aisles of right.
How many felt more at Filmore, East and West? Even took 7 steps to heaven to speak the porgy and best. Chip on your shoulder, dressed to impress. Outlaw like Jack Johnson, you are under arrest. For the journeys that you took us on. Miles, miles ahead as we look, miles behind.
Press rewind.
We still find that you are ahead by miles ahead of your time.
But inside Miles' head,
the demons fed.
On the hellbound.
Running down that voodoo for Mr. Tutu.
While converting Stella into Starlight.
His favorite Valentine.
Used to meet round midnight.
Our masculine beauty. You drove women crazy. From miles in the sky, you made us your water babies. Ever changing. Morphing into the black magi, the big sorcerer to have big fun with Nefertiti. We felt the vapors from the bitch's brew. We be neat.
Straight. No chaser as we took flight.
Waving bye-bye, blackbird. Soaring in the quiet night. We still need you. Like shadows need setting sun.
Like future queens need future kings for future sons.
Someday, our prince will come.
But the pain.
The pain
is as fresh as yesterday.
Even though it's been since 91, you are still the one. To get up with that 60 years you held us down with that horn, that sound so strong, so black. You had to turn your back.
Profane.
Precocious.
Prolific.
Profound.
Political.
I sing your praises like a Negro spiritual. I miss you, Miles. I miss you. I miss you, Miles. I miss you. We miss you, Miles. We miss you.
Motherfucker, I'm still here. Shit. Just play the goddamn tapes. You see, people always question the music. Yeah. Because to them, music sounds strange, changes so frequently. I'm alive, and my experience constantly changes. So, yeah, why not imitate life? I'm always writing, new chapters. Even though, some of my conclusions, they are not for sale. So, there's secrets, tucked in the music, for the future to understand me. It's for the future. Is that John back? John. Oh, shit, John. Hey, we got us a new set. John. Hey, John. Come on out here, man. I want to introduce you to the band. God damn it. Yeah, come on.
There we go.
We got us a new sax player.
Hey, how you doing?
This is John William Coltrane.
Nice to meet you.
He's gonna be our new sax player.
Yes. How's it going, Cat? How's it going? Such a pleasure. Yes.
Yeah.
What's going on, brother? Thank you.
Hey, Cat.
Thank you so much for having me and inviting me to be a part of the band. It's such an honor and a pleasure to be working with you.
I know.
I guess what I would like to know is, since I'm a part of the band now, how would you like for me to approach the music? What would you like to hear?
I heard you play. Mm-hmm. I like your sound, so I brought you in.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, thank you. I guess the question I'd like to ask is, and speaking of sound, what kind of sounds would you like to hear? What kind of scales are we going for here?
Yeah. You heard the band. It's jazz,
Yes.
You don't fit in space.
Well, I guess the real question I'd like to ask is, what's the theory behind what we're doing?
Wait. You leave that theory shit in school some motherfucking well, okay?
Okay.
Like, this is jazz, baby. You live this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
you got it, okay?
well, again, thank you so much for having me be a part.
You got it.
Thank you.
Tell my theory, this motherfucker.
This, for me, has always been Sunday prayer service. All I ever wanted to do was feel his presence throughout the room. Maybe they, the audience I mean, might find a bit of peace, fury, salvation, like I did, like I still do to this day. I sing praises the only way I know how, through the music. I needed a chance to explore. I got that chance. I took it, and I never looked back.
Throughout the eternal fabric of time,
There have been those who thought they could,
those who wish they could,
those who fall victim to victimless failure.
attempting to succeed through life without ever succumbing to failure.
Yeah.
Hey, we all know the story.
Like the back of black calloused hand,
We all know the story.
like the back of black backbone,
connected to knee bone, hip, jerk, saxophone. This be hard work with some dicks.
especially when sweat beading.
Beating down your forehead like holy water blessing the dead. Damn, cuz be cutting through them notes.
Like ghosts,
Gave us God,
gave us grace,
gave us that voodoo.
that kind of blue voodoo. Sometimes we needed it like that.
God, bring it back. The spirit of a people can always and forever
And always and forever.
be found in
Foot to ground.
down home heavy, holding my heavy heart like hallelujah. I love Supreme Saint Sax. In a news conference in Tokyo, Japan, 1966, a question was posed. Where would you like to be in 10 years? John William Coltrane replied.
In 10 years, I'd like to be a saint.
San Fran St. John's African Orthodox Church, altar-standing black Jesus dreadlock icon.
In 10 years, I'd like to be a saint.
Bishop beckoning, ha! You got to work for
The
it. ha.
brains and the playing, I'm saying, it might sound far-fetched.
But bet the St. John's in the church's name did not come from biblical fame, but from John Coltrane.
Ask Elizabeth.
As Cole.
Ask Miles.
How train.
See, train what they call it.
Let loose that African sound scan sounds. Man, like those lungs, let loose a little Asian influence into that affluent.
I've already been looking into those approaches to music as an Indian, in which particular sounds and scales are intended to produce a certain emotional state.
Talk to him, train. Teach him what them horns won't explain for them lips.
I would like to discover a method that if I wanted to rain, I would play a certain tune and it would start to rain right away.
Talk to him, train. Teach him what them horns won't explain for them lips.
I would like to bring people something like happiness. If one of my friends was ill, I'd play a tune and he'd be cured. If one of my friends was broke, I'd play another tune and immediately he'd have all the money he needs.
Talk to him, train. Teach him what them horns won't explain from them lips called a Coltrane at church. Talk to him, train. Teach him what them horns won't explain from them lips called a Coltrane at church. Talk to him, train. Teach him what them horns won't explain from them lips Conference in Tokyo, Japan, 1966, a question was posed. Where would you like to be in 10 years? John William Coltrane replied.
In 10 years, I'd like to be a saint.
Put your hands together for the one and only John. Ain't that cat cool? Praise, glory, glory. The journey is always what makes the destination worth getting there. Miles ahead by miles.
Music. Music. Music has been the only constant in my life. Well, that and dope. Oh, yeah, and women. But mostly music. It was important to my family. My mother. My mother used to play the piano. And she loved her records. And so did I. You see, the big thing back then was swing. I wanted to play that kind of music, but my mother wanted me to play the violin. She thought it was respectable. Shit, I would have got my ass kicked every day. Me, I wanted to play the trumpet. So Doc, he bought me one. I was about 12 years old, and I loved that trumpet. I was happier than a runaway slave. Doc, he set it up. One of his old patients to give me lessons, Mr. Elwood Buchanan. Now, this motherfucker was tough, but he was a good teacher. He say stuff like, don't come in here with that Henry James stuff, boy. You don't need all that vibrato. Play it straight. He gave me confidence that I needed to make me work hard. Put raw rice, half peas in my mouth, spit them out one by one. Get my lips used to playing the trumpet. I ran everywhere I went, you know, to increase wind. It became an obsession. Hell, I played in the high school band when I was in junior high. You know, building a reputation around East St. Louis. So, you know what that meant, right? Pussy. Pussy. Irene Birth was her name. Irene and I were high school sweetheart, king and queen of Lincoln High School, so in love. I graduated a semester early. Irene gave birth that same year to our first child. Yes, I was a teenage father, but I was a teenage father on the move, you see. And my mother wanted me to stay and get married. Fuck that shit. I had just been accepted to Juilliard School of Music in New York City. And my mother wanted me to stay. But as it turned out, Juilliard wasn't what it was cracked up to be. Yeah. A complete waste of my time. Racist sons of bitches, I hated them. I remember one teacher in particular telling a bunch of students and I that the reason why blacks played the blues was because we were poor and sad. I felt compelled to raise my hand and talk of my father and my grandfather and how no one in my family picked cotton even during slavery. And we loved the blues and we were pretty much well off. I must have upset her because I was reprimanded. But fuck it, the bitch didn't know what she was talking about. So, there I was, 20 years old, in big New York City, gigging here and there, making contacts, some good and some bad. Now, shit, the good, I was kicking it with some of the coolest, baddest cats in the world. Bird, Diaz, Billy Eskine. Yeah. But the bad, is when the dope came in. Yeah, that dope. First time I shot heroin was given to me from another musician. Scot-free. Free. Hell, I ain't been freed since. changed me. Changed me a lot. So you know, when my gigs would dry up, I would do what I had to survive. Even if that meant pimping. Well, at least I wasn't robbing, stealing, murdering folks. So compared to that, it really ain't that bad, right? I really wasn't pimping, really. Like, these prostitutes, hoes, call girls, what have you, would come to me, say, oh, Miles, take us out on a date. I say, baby, I would love to take you out on a date, but I don't have any money. So they'd give me $200-300 a night. A piece. Every night. I stayed out. And I stayed high as hell.
You ever loved something? You ever been addicted to anything? It's a blurry line between the two, right? Can be. But you feel like it's healing you is actually killing you. And sometimes the love we thought was here to heal us is actually doing the opposite. How can you tell the difference? Sometimes dealing with those demons can be a little tricky. Miles knew this well. John knew this well.
Look at you two junkies. You're not that big and famous, are you now, Miles? Huh? You don't look that critically acclaimed to me, John. 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 You too. Don't want everybody to know your secret, do you? Junkies. You like keeping this part quiet, huh? Don't want everybody to know about me. Don't want them to know my name, huh? You two sad, lowbrow, prima donna motherfuckers don't want everybody to know my name? You like to get on stage and play my songs. You like to act like you made them. You don't want to give credit where credit is due, do you? Of course you don't. You don't want to admit we used to sit in some low-lit, busy bathrooms coming up with some far-out shit. Some old time traveling rhythm. Yeah. Some ahead of our time melodies, right? We used to get so far gone, just to the point of epiphany. And then you lazy bastards would pass out, fall asleep. Of course you don't want to give credit where credit is due. Venus de Milo, mine. You remember On the Corner? That was mine. So what? Mine. Blue Train. Mine, mine, mine. Remember around midnight? Huh? Yeah. Around midnight was all mine. Around midnight was a work of art not meant for human ears. And it was mine, wasn't it, Miles? A goddamn work of art. And you used to go to parties and hang out with celebrities and tell them it was all your talent. Talent my ass. The real talent. The real talent is knowing how to get inside somebody and make music. Knowing how to make magic happen.
My name is John William Coltrane, and I'm an addict.
Well, kind
Kind of an addict.
of addicted, depending on how you see things. You see, addiction is not my problem. It's why I do what I do.
It's where it all comes from.
It's where jazz comes from.
It's where holding notes longer than you're supposed to comes from.
And letting them go.
Right.
right before it gets too big.
Like shooting stars burning out in the atmosphere.
Addiction is the same as love. We just call it addiction when we think it's no longer healthy for you.
But when you love something,
Really love something.
you need it. You want it. In your soul, in your heart.
Your lungs, in your life.
You need it in the bread you break.
You need it in your veins.
In the bottom of shot glasses that don't get empty.
You take it with you. And you keep it
On the road.
in your bed with your sweat.
It's in,
Sin.
it's in your thoughts. It's on your breath when you love something.
Really love something. You need it
Love supreme.
all the time. All the goddamn time. You know, that's addiction, whether it's heroin or liquor or women.
Even when it can't do you no more good.
No more good.
You still want it.
You still need it.
But I've been addicted long before I took my first warm shot of moonshine in the backwood of Carolina.
Before I learned of lust at the age of 13.
Before I was introduced to that thing called horse.
And that shit they call smack.
Before I found the God Allah through the Prophet Muhammad.
I've been addicted for as long as I can remember.
Addiction is my first memory.
I remember my mother playing those black keys on our piano in East St. Louis.
I remember my grandmother. She would sing in the church choir, and I remember her hitting those notes.
Those sweet as a motherfucker note.
And I felt like out of everywhere that I'd ever been, I belonged wherever those notes were.
And I'm supposed to follow those notes wherever they went.
And I was gonna follow those notes wherever they would take me.
It's like meeting a part of yourself for the first time.
I was gonna follow them to Philadelphia, then to Harlem, then to France.
Like knowing that my black ass existed. Because one day I could make no song like Elwood Buchanan.
Coleman, Hawkins, Lester Young.
I've been addicted for as long as I can remember people.
As long as I remember people, I remember music.
Addiction is a cycle.
Like 16 bars going nowhere.
Like women leaving, you know, and then coming back.
Like taking the time to go as far as you want to with your instrument, and you don't even have to come back.
Ain't even got to come back.
Yeah, I'm addicted to God,
To women,
to liquor,
to dominant seventh notes,
to heroin,
heroin,
module.
flatted fifths,
I'm addicted to invention,
to creation,
to
to
slow
self-destruction. Train. 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 Motherfucking train.
Yeah, Miles.
Hey, you gonna gonna sleep or you gonna play?
I wasn't asleep. Come on, man. Let's keep on going on with rehearsal.
No, we can't keep going with rehearsal, motherfucker, if you asleep.
I told you I wasn't asleep. It wasn't my time to play anyway. Come on, man. Let's keep
No,
going
no,
on.
we can't keep going, motherfucker, because you was sleeping rehearsal,
I
motherfucker.
told you I was not sleep, Miles. Come on, man. Nobody want to hear this shit today. You keep doing the same thing all the time. Let's
Hey,
keep
Trey,
going.
you high, motherfucker?
High.
Are you high,
High.
motherfucker? You nodding off
You
in my
the killer
motherfucking
calling the
rehearsal.
hot black high.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's keep
Motherfucker,
on
you
going.
high. You motherfucking sleep
I
in my
told you I
motherfucking
was not
rehearsal.
sleep at your rehearsal, Miles.
Was this motherfucker not sleep? Was he motherfucking
Look, this
sleeping?
is not a conversation between you and the rest of the band. This is a conversation between me and you, Miles. And I told you that I was not sleeping.
Trey.
You please keep on going on with
Motherfucker,
the
I don't
rehearsal.
pay you to sleep in my motherfucking rehearsal.
You know what
and that's
I've
what
been
you was
doing?
doing.
Nothing but taking up your space the whole time
No,
I've been here
motherfucker.
anyway.
Motherfucker, you taking up space. You sleep in rehearsal. Yeah, you sleep, motherfucker. You taking up the space.
You know what?
Motherfucker.
There ain't gonna be too many more motherfuckers around here.
Motherfucker.
Fuck you.
You can go.
I'm so
No,
tired
fuck you,
of this
motherfucker.
shit. Fuck
You, oh motherfucker, you
Don't
fucking
even
up,
worry
Trey.
about it coming
You,
back.
Philly
Fuck you,
Joe.
I'm starting my own
Philly
shit.
Joe. Fuck you too, motherfucker. I don't need
taking
you.
up your space the whole fucking time.
You taking up space, motherfucker. You right.
Monk has been getting at me for
Monk.
months to come play with him anyway.
Monk.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, motherfucker. I don't need you, motherfucker. I told you, Trey. Y'all motherfuckers take 15, man. Goddamn motherfucking Trey. Hey, y'all take 15, man. Take 15, motherfucker. I said no, man. Goddamn Trey. Goddamn it. I said every motherfucker take 15 in here, motherfucker.
in breath, singing rounded like my fingertips over harp. My heart stringing you notes to make these days seem easier, 'cause fame, well, that fame doesn't always equal that money. But honey, you've got sainthood circling you like those sheets of sound, soon to be pronounced. Tayal, the rhythm. Sanom, beloved. Mentum sparakitinom, I love you. A love supreme. A love supreme. A love supreme. The kind only notes know well, only sense in this ceremony. Lift me, baby. I hear you transcending. 7 years of God exclaimed, framed and exhaling itself in breath, singing rounded like my fingertips over harp. My heart stringing you notes to make these days seem easier, 'cause fame don't always equal money, but honey, you've got sainthood circling you like those sheets of sound, soon to be pronounced. Tayal, the rhythm. Sanom, beloved. Mentum sparakitinom, I love you. A love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme. The kind only notes know well, only saints in this ceremony. Lift me, baby, I hear you transcending. Tayal, Sanom, Mentum sparakitinom, I love you. I love you, so I locked you in. For 7 days you beat walls, you wailed hymns of your waning addiction till apparitions were your religion. The rhythm, our star-struck patrimony, strings my only sanctuary, that horn in you. Sexy, sexy Mr. Damn, that cat is cool, more than cool, cold. Shredding those bold notes are blazing, hotter than these summers in African Americanized dashikis. And this, our repatriation to our rapturous spirit ancestry, he wrapped me in notes like a song. He changed himself. He changed music. He changed me. So there was no need for permission. We African Orthodox Christians study Islam, Hindu, Yoruba, producing threes. Achita, Anata, Govinda, chanting for peace of mind. In time, I love supreme, I love supreme, I love supreme. The kind only notes know well, only sense in this sayal. Live me, I hear them transcend, as we call them, sound to speech, triolets in my fingertips, speech to sound, he tongue, triplets, trinity. Our divine poetry was the unlabeled novella, translated only by his two lips. Tonguing triplets, trinity, transcending black and white long before Alicia's keys. He loved those horns, natural, like the wind does this natural. Like the wind still smiles me his grin. Demons and addiction, exiting on cue, so that you will know that ours too was a love supreme, a love supreme, The kind only notes know well. Only saints in this ceremony. Lift me, baby. I hear you transcending. Te salon, mentum sparakitino. Te salon, mentum sparakitino. I love you. I love you. I love you. Love's free. I love free.
Dear Miles, dear Miles, Mama always wanted me to play pretty. Pretty like water droplets on the wings of an angel. Pretty like her dress on Easter Sunday. I remember being in that boys band and she'd be up in the stands, just a laughing and a smiling. Like my horn came with an extra halo. And my sister, she would stick out her tongue and I'd get all embarrassed in my white shirt and tie. They only wanted me to play pretty. I wanted to play like one of my grandpa's Sunday sermons. Blow notes like they were hymns being sung to heaven. I swear, every time my lips touched that reed, I could taste salvation. Now I understand why Satan loved his reflection so much. Alice used to say, play whatever, however, just as long as you play it for me. And deep down inside, I wish I could play as pretty as she is. Play as pretty as she does. My hands try to mimic the tapping of my fingertips upon my spine, upon her spine. I always believed in angels. I just never thought God would actually send me one. Miles, you used to say, keep them crackers clapping. You keep them crackers clapping, we gonna be okay. I remember this one time you turned your back to the audience like you were telling them to kiss your ass. But I know deep down inside you was just trying to keep an eye on us, man. You are bad. It's anointing to play as pretty as you play. But, nowadays I don't feel so pretty, not since this thing that got up in me. I can't seem to whistle right. My hands can't stop from shaking. It exists in the parts of my veins where my music used to be. I think it's taking a toll on my love. The other day, I woke up with a cut above my right eye. And I don't know how it got there. I don't really care. All I know is I want some more to survive, to feel alive. Man, I've been doing it so long, I don't even get high anymore. But Alice helping me, she helping me break this thing. We'll be back together before long, cutting it up like the old days.
Just wait for me.
I'll be there soon. Sincerely, John.
And so the band got back together.
And then, by the time I kicked, I was 3,000 miles away from home, from my wife, from the last place my horn felt comfortable.
Yeah, I know the feeling. It's like you're screaming in pain, right? But no one can hear you because you're yelling in the wrong fucking key.
You know, by the time I kicked, I was drinking 3/5 of bourbon a day just to stop the demons from sneaking into my withdrawal.
I kicked once, cold turkey too. Took me 2 weeks, shaking, butt ass naked, some Harlem hotel room, but I did it. Cleaned myself up, got a new suit, got my horn out of hog. I was the most back on the scene as cat in the city.
For how long?
Shit, about 6 months.
You see, most people can't see God trying to pull them up one sobriety step at a time. Can't see that elixir is sin in syringes.
Yeah, well, me and God, we got an agreement.
Yeah, he doesn't know he doesn't condemn us, disown us.
It's kind of unspoken too, but we both know he gonna let me get away with some shit.
As long as we stayed addicted to those notes.
Yeah. As long as I stayed honest.
Yeah, the reason he created us.
True to the love.
The dream he had for bringing us to life.
As long as I stayed true to those sweet motherfucking notes.
Yeah.
As long as I stayed loyal. To the seed he planted the day my father handed me that aluminum 3 keys and a mouthpiece. And God said it was good.
You See, God's a jazz fan.
Yeah.
Actually, God's a horn player.
Okay.
Long before he melted brass to tapered in, God was blowing the breath of life into the bodies of man, and God said it was good.
God knew it would take two men
To
to make blue. Okay.
Thank you for having me back, brother.
Welcome back, baby.
Let's get back to rehearsal.
Yeah.
Behind every man with a vision is a woman dedicated to helping ensure that that vision comes to fruition.
That part.
Willing to love you at your lowest in order for you to tap into your greatest.
Yes, sir.
Baby, that's black girl magic.
Occupied form of perfectly placed arrogance, resting on a place of fusion. Who's drunk off bebop? Who's drunk off bebop? Who's drunk off bebop? Forefront of blues renaissance, he gave birth to Cool Parker. Pick 'em one from the chorus tree to go along with Charlie's staff lines. Line my brew with bitches, line my brew with bitches, line my brew with bitches. Get tipsy 3 times over cake, bake with blasphemy. This trumpeter lived for only 2 things: femininity and a full set of fermata creativity, improv to masterpiece, playing what he wanted, wait and name it later over dinner table porgy with best musical god altar of praise, had him without quiet nights, vexed with vibrato America, Miesha, Bluz, black hero. God rose on the 3rd day and became a sanctified swagger, far from subtle, shaking ears intensely but softly, making love to your ears. fears because there's no mistakes. Miss, take me home and get psychedelic electric. Invent a new kind of blue. Miss, wake and find me gone. Rolling Stone, Coltrane, track line, feed the beast. He stood on the corner with prove it to me eyes. Full of wise, full of style, full of shit. Man smiles, the ladies smile and say, I'll date him if he'll hug me. Playboy, play your horn until Francis leaves the West Side Story to become a title in your story, dancing privately for MD Dr. Hands. Dr. Hands up too many tutus in Newport festivals. You gotta play a long time to like yourself. And oh, did he like himself? Ego only needs a good rhythm section, so hide and seek a percussion to the sky ain't the limit. The sky ain't the limit when creating your own shit, and if they acting too hip, they can't even play shit. Ferrari was an extension of bravado bass line, something the strumpets can sing to. Come at my call, the strumpets need something to sing to. Come at my call, who's drunk off bebop, who's drunk off bebop. They're drunk off bebop.
Just because you don't know the value of a thing doesn't mean that it holds any less. Uppity nigga.
It wasn't easy. Being me. Alton, Illinois, May 26, 1926. Miles Dewey Davis, the third. That's right, the third. See, I come from a long line of exceptional cats. What polite white society would call uppity nigga. Doc, they used to say, we didn't even have to pick cotton during slavery. We were in the motherfucking house playing classical music for the master and his family. Yeah, the music, it liberated us. The bloodline, the pedigree. My grandfather, Miles Davis, he was born in 1871. At least that's what the family Bible says. Doc said he was the smartest man that he ever knew, my grandfather. He was a bookkeeper. He worked for white folks. Hell, he even fought like white folks. My grandfather, he took his money and bought some land. Then, some crackers reminded him that he wasn't white folk. Run him off his own damn land. And he couldn't do shit about it. But he stayed in Arkansas. And then my father, Miles Davis II, and my father was a dentist, so everybody called him Doc. And my father had degrees from 3 different universities, and one of which was Northwestern. Hell, all my aunts and my uncles had gone to college, you know. That was something that was rare, you know, for blacks in those days. What do you call someone with 3 degrees? The same thing you call them when they play classical music on a plantation, a uppity nigga. Shit. If we were really uppity, we would have burned down the damn plantation. If we were really, really uppity, we would have chased down those crackers and brought my grandfather off his land. Shot them all in the motherfucking head. But we were uppity. See, when you looked at the Davises, you saw the American dream. And that scared the shit out of them. Yeah. And we should have been a credit to the race or something. Because we dared to dream and then achieve those dreams. Yeah, you see, back then, you know, white folks, they didn't know how to take you if you wasn't stealing, begging, you know, with your hand out. It was not easy being me. A uppity nigga. Motherfuckers. This is sanctuary. This is our safe space. This, where
where we are is holy ground. This is how we pray.
Para que te não te amo, se não mantus para que te não te amo, se não mantus para que te não te amo. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. This is how I pray. This is where it all started from. Even then, I didn't know why I liked it. I didn't know why it made me feel like that. I didn't know why I liked it, but I liked it. The rhythm, the groove, the message. I felt like you knew what I was trying to say. Oh, dear God, this is how I pray. Gems of good old gut gospel music buried at the bottom of each valve, waiting for my spit to loosen them and my fingers to dig them up and my lungs to blow them out. Oh, I never said it was pretty. Just real, and somehow I knew that you were out there waiting for me, searching for me, showing me that when you play hide and go seek with the Creator, the only way to lose is to stop looking. So I kept on playing, kept on praying, and oh, how I played like I shouldn't waste an ounce of air in my lungs. This is my sacrifice. This is my tithe. My tithe meant more than any amount of dough I could put in some plate. Man, I could hear you talking to me. Your voice, a revolving system of locks and answers, always moving, always abounding, always yearning to be found in the next note I played. Prayed, held the key, but only for a moment, and oh, sometimes that frustrated me because I just wanted to let them see you through me, blast out a love for the Creator who loved us enough to make music. You are major, man. God, I know you ain't in no needle, but I couldn't hear you over them. you were whispering while they were screaming, and then they started screaming, and you were whispering, and I couldn't tell who was screaming, who was whispering, so I kept on playing, kept on praying, not so much for perfection, but for slightly above pontification. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God, this is how I pray. I look out in the crowd and I see their heads are bobbing and their fingers are snapping, but they don't know that talking in your presence would be an insult. So I kept on playing, kept on praying, and oh, how I prayed, held the key, but only for a moment, and sometimes that frustrated me because I just wanted to make others happy, let them see you through me, blast out of love for the creator who loved us enough to make music. You are major, man. Sometimes we on the bandstand and he talking to his demons while I'm driving mine away. Sometimes I'm talking to mine while he's driving away. We call it prayer, but usually he don't care. But we kept on playing, kept on praying. You gave us enough space to play, to create, to try and become holy. Oh, dear God. This is how I pray. You gave us enough space to play, to create, to try and become holy. Oh, dear God. This is how I pray. You gave us enough space to play, to create, to try and become holy. Oh, dear God. This is how I pray. You gave us enough space to play, to create, to try and become holy. Oh, dear God, this is how I pray. Become
And so it came to pass that two men, as different as night and day, came together to create the dawn of the future. One, driven by the darkness of demons, a greatness spawned by an ego that constantly needed to remain relevant, who, in the end, his only sin was that he wanted to remain true to himself. Everything and everybody was just secondary. The other, always the angel in training, trapped in this prison we call the flesh, he taught us that we need not verbalize prayers, that a sax is a sacred voice box that spoke of Hindu, Kabbalah, Judaism, Yoruba, African history, math, science, Plato, Aristotle, Christianity. You didn't play music, you played cosmic conversations with God. And so they came to pass. Miles Dewey Davis III, September 28, 1991, Santa Monica, California, at the age of 65. John William Coltrane, July 17, 1967, at the age of 40, Philadelphia, Penn. But what both men left behind was much more than a body of music, but the skeleton for which music as we still know it still lives and breathes and changes. In their own way, they showed us through their music that the only way to separate the here and now from the future is to not repeat the past. So, as we come to the present, we realize that both men realized exactly what they wanted. Miles, you are still relevant in your music and in the spirit of your ego. You were both beauty and the beast, the complexity of black manhood. John, those conversations with God are a lot closer now. But through your music, you showed us all the blueprint to become saints. And as for the future of music, well, to quote the great Miles Davis, just play the goddamn tapes. Listen closely, and you can hear the future, for it has already come to pass. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And good night. Sultan, Omar, El-Amin as Miles Davis. Y'all show your love for Cummings on piano. Y'all show your love for Malcolm Charles on the drums. Show your love for Bubba Knowles on the bass. And back with the band, y'all show your love for my brother Elazar Shaker. And last and definitely not least, y'all show your love for Marcus Jones on the saxophone. So we just want to thank y'all so much
Just real quick, this was started as an OnQ production written by Concrete Generation. OnQ started in 2006 with the mission to produce classic, contemporary, and original performance works that reflect the Black experience. This is a joint that we've been working on for the past 15 years, on and off, developing it over the years. This is a homegrown Charlotte production. From top to bottom, from our playwrights, show your love for our playwrights, Concrete Generation, Tavis, Brunson, Norris, Guest, Filmore, Johnson, Carlos, Robson, Boris, Bluz, Rogers, CP Mays, Miesha, Rice, and Kendrea, Mekkah, Griffith. And show your love for our new set design that we have done by Mr. Biff Edge and our lighting designer, Miss down in Fullwood back there. Also our projection designed by David Murakami. Y'all show your love for David. And for our new partner in crime, Mr. Rick Lazes, who's our executive producer this go round. Show your love for Rick. So like I said, this show has been on the road in festival style, like stripped all the way down. So we're trying to take this on the road. So how about, what y'all think about us taking it on the road? So in order to do that, go to youaredownq.org and go ahead and donate something. And yeah, we can work that out. Or come see me. We take anywhere from a penny all the way to $1 billion. So however you want to work that out with your accountant, all right? It's cool by us. But seriously, y'all, thank y'all so much for supporting local professional theater right here at home. We got one more show tomorrow at 1:30. So please tell a friend and tell a friend and tell their mama to tell their cousin and tell their auntie that we will be here last show at 1:30 tomorrow. Thank y'all so much, and the band is gonna play us out. Y'all have a great night.